that obviously wants to merge the world of finance, humor, and technology like never before. Get ready to embark on an extraordinary journey into the realm of cryptocurrency. Where laughter and uh, I'm just hearing my real quick. Can you guys hear me? Am I coming clear? All right. Zorix followers, type number one if you can hear me well. Type on the chat room. I'm seeing a lot of Zorix Exchange hashtag already. Awesome. All right. Just give. Okay, I think they can hear it well. So I think we kind of need to go on mute real quick. All right, just a second, guys. All right, the show must go on. I think we should be good. So again, welcome to our episode for today. As again, this is going to be where laughter meets digital assets. I'm your host, Miranda Minor. The rise of new coins, a new era of digital comedies, proudly sponsored by Zorix. By the way, before we forget, please follow Zorix and Twitter handle Zorix Exchange. In YouTube, of course, you're watching us right now on YouTube. Please click on subscribe and like to our live. And of course, the website is zorixexchange.io. In Facebook, it's Zorix Exchange. So everyone, in an age where meme coins reign supreme and the power of internet knows no bounds, it's an exhilarating phenomena to know that meme coins have emerged. These digital currencies have captured the attention of millions worldwide, blending community and financial innovation in an unprecedented way. So, from the explosive rise of Dogecoin, lovable Shubinu, and captivating Zork of Moon, and other mesmerizing meme coins, we're going to delve in today with the deep origins, mechanics, and even potential impact of these digital comedy legends, right? But let's not stop there because I have two awesome guests for today. We have none other than Branson Lee, executive member of the Blockchain Association of Singapore and an expert in the intersection of computing and blockchain technology. And of course, also honored to have with us the Chief Marketing Officer of Zorix, one of the leading cryptocurrency platforms representing this new era of digital comedy. Without further ado, welcome to the show, Branson and how are you guys?
Thanks, coach.
I'm good. Are you based in Echo or is this weekend?
I can't hear you because there's echo.
There's Echo. I think there's one logged in on our tech screen that's possible. So I think that needs to go to the fourth number.
Oh, is it because you need to wear earpiece? But I'm also without earpiece.
I'm good. I'm good. There you go. Good. I think the one with.
Okay, now we're good. Now we're good. Yes,
Thank you,
now we're
Derek.
good.
Thank you so much for putting yourself on mute. All right. Again, welcome, Branson and YC. And we were talking offline. Before we go with the show, how's everyone doing? It's raining crazy in the Philippines. How's Singapore so far? And I think YC, you are in Malaysia, yeah?
No, I'm in
You're
Singapore.
in Singapore. How's it?
Yeah,
It's still hot?
it's very, very hot. Aircon 24/7, ice water. So the weather is as hot as Bitcoin now.
I know. Love Bitcoin. Bitcoin. And I think before we kind of, Branson, Singapore is still same hot, right? I was there like a couple of years back, still same temperature. But love
Uh,
it.
Yeah, it's super hot now. I think we're going through a heat wave this couple of weeks. Yeah, extremely hot. 34, 36. Yeah.
So let's make our topic even hotter, no? Coming from that hot temperature in Singapore. But before we start, as I was asking you guys offline, because our topic for today is about the new era of digital comedy, the rise of the meme coins. If you guys are gonna be naming yourself after a meme coin, whether it's already a coin or not, what would be your name?
Ladies first.
I
I have
think
no idea, to be honest.
I'll name my coin Rich Papa.
Can't reach Papa?
Yeah.
Can't reach Papa. Nice. Is there a reason why you can't reach Papa?
Oh, so it goes into you that you're gonna get rich if you buy my coin. Like
Oh,
come to Papa, Papa got money.
nice. Interesting. How about you, Branson?
Wow, this is tough. I don't know. It's like I'll probably come up with a gym coin or something like that. Like if you move, then I'm sure it's out there. One of that. If you move, you get rewarded for that.
Nice. Wow. So it's all. Whenever I ask this question, I always get some personal answers. That's obviously close to your heart, right? And obviously, we are in the middle of a situation today in the blockchain and crypto space where a meme coin takes a lot of space, so to speak, no, in terms of attention, medium, hype, etc. So I think it's important we educate through Zorix as to a couple of things that are very hot today, particularly meme coin. And I'm very curious. Maybe we could start from here, no? And anyone, either YC or Branson, can answer this question. Meme coin takes a reputation that some of them may be just being promoted without taking accountability. So, what do you think today in this world, in this day and age? What do you think are the ethical considerations that we need to consider when we're participating in meme coins or even promoting it, right? Because everyone can promote their meme coins, but what are those things that we all need to consider, in your opinion? Especially you guys are in the space of blockchain and crypto. Want to go first? Maybe Branson, you want to go this time, gentleman first.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks. I think I mean, obviously we have seen a lot of meme coins recently, and of course, like what YC has mentioned, there's also Pepe coin and whatnot. Um, I mean, if you take the stance that there is a coin out there for everyone, then obviously it is okay to have one, right? But I think for whether it's for exchanges or any influencers or even projects out there that are trying to come up with a meme coin, I would suggest to have a lot more transparency and disclosure, because at the end of the day, um, you don't want to be responsible for people losing their fortunes or their savings or whatever. I think that's the first thing. Purely on the disclosure side, I think that is paramount. And of course, I would on the other side would be the investors, right? Or shall I call them the speculators? They should also be aware that nothing goes up forever, and there's also this thing about risk management and your risk appetite. Yeah.
Yeah, so disclosure, risk management. Obviously, we kind of make sure that we all mention that. On your side, YC, what are those considerations? Obviously, to ensure we prevent the exploitation of those inexperienced investors.
I think it comes both sides lah, right? So I think on the project side, it's very important, like what Branson said. They need to have transparency and disclosure, and they should try to be as responsible as possible when they disclose information. Try to make it as accurate as possible. However, on the investor side, I think you should play a part and do your own research, especially in meme coins. It is very important to understand their technology, the underlying technology, and then understand the community sentiment. And of course, especially for meme coins, don't think that you should just buy and hold it there. you should you should observe every day, and you need to observe the trends and news, and yeah, and be in their community lah. But something that I realized, that maybe newbies, they wouldn't go into meme coins so fast. Yeah, most of the time, like when I was a newbie, I only stick to BTC and ETH.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's important to understand their technology.
Nice, nice. And on that, on the same breath, right? So you said about understanding technology, and Branson said earlier about the risks, right? But then again, right? Traders and investors will always want to kind of enter, because whenever they see someone getting profit, they're going to be entering, right, and buying those assets or meme tokens. So these meme tokens are known for their very high volatility and very rapid price fluctuations. What can you give? What can you advise to investors on navigating this very unpredictable market? For example, Pepe just rose to almost 0.000030, and now it's down to 0.00013, right? Almost one third of its peak price. So how can they navigate this very unpredictable market and make those decisions while managing the risks?
A lot of people will think that, me working in an exchange, I will know like when the price rise and when the price drop. Actually, no, we won't know. It's really all market sentiment. So it's very traditionally, we want to advise investors that invest within your own means.
Mm-hmm.
This is really important, because even as an exchange ourselves, we are not God. We will never know when is it coming down or going up. Yeah, although maybe we will be a little bit more crypto savvy, so we might know a little bit more, but it doesn't mean that we are always accurate. So again, it's still doing your research. And for newbies who doesn't know how to do your research, always remember that all investments have risks. So invest within your own means. That's what I think.
Branson, I want to give you a different question. If you don't mind, in your perspective, right? Maybe kind of go step back a bit in your own definition, or obviously in your experience from the Blockchain Association of Singapore. How do you guys define meme coin, and what sets it apart from the traditional cryptocurrency?
Yeah, sure. I think obviously this is my own opinion, not that of Blockchain
Yeah.
Association. But I think meme coins are basically coins that are, how would I put it? It sort of latches onto an idea that people find it interesting, and sort of grow from there, right? And I remember, Elon Musk saying that the most entertaining outcome is the most probable outcome.
Mhm.
But if you go along that line, then obviously there will be a lot of punters and speculators, putting their money into meme coins. But like what YC just mentioned, I think at the end of the day, if you go in with the mindset that I'm just putting it out there and I'm prepared to lose everything, then that's fine, right? But if you if you put in money, your hard-earned savings, and you think that you're gonna strike it rich, I think I would think twice, right, or three times, because to me, um, I I would generally advise people to stay clear of meme coins, unless you really really know what you're doing, because most of them are like what the name suggests, it's just a meme, right? And there's no fundamental utility values or utility sort of value to it as well. Yeah, and it's just based on who's the last person out, right? So you're the first person in, yeah, good for you, but you just try not to be the last person out. Yeah.
So So there's obviously an element of humor and comedy, YC, right? Just have fun for the meme coins.
Correct.
So having fun, can we have fun if we use just $10? Can we become successful in trading meme coins for just $10? Some of them, right, come with many zeros before the price, right? Can they become successful in trading $10 for meme coins? Maybe some of us don't trade meme coins, but just on our mathematics of it, can they become successful in your opinion?
I
I see.
don't. I. Oh no, I'm not trying to encourage a bigger ticket size, but $10 maybe when you may earn like many times more when the price soar, right? Just like how Pepe, what happened to Pepe and Dodge back then. But then again, $10 to become rich, um, it depends on what you think is rich lah.
Mhm.
So someone thinks that if I'm able to buy a fish burger, I'm rich today. So it really depends on the amount that you think is rich.
But there's an ability for you to potentially multiply the $10 to maybe 5 times that just by trading meme coins with the
Uh,
potential.
that could happen. That could happen, but that would also mean that the $10 might be gone.
Hmm.
Yeah. So again, every investment that carries some risk. So I I I don't know, but to me, I don't think $10 can make you rich. But you can potentially, like what you said, potentially, earn something there and then go on to the next round. Yeah, earn a base lah. I think.
Right. So for you, Branson, some traders or some observers will argue that meme coins are, simply speculative bubble waiting to burst, right? We have Pepe months ago, we have Dogecoin 2 years ago, we have Shib Inu, etc. But what are your thoughts about the long-term sustainability of these meme coins and the potential viability of them as a potential asset that someone can add into their portfolio? Is that something that you think could be there for long term?
So it's hard to say, right? I mean, a lot of the meme coins, to be honest, right now they don't have any utility values, right? So
Good point.
so if you go on that path or trajectory, then obviously it's a speculative bubble, right? And it's going to zero. But then again, right? Again, you never know, right? So there could be some, uh, the project could pivot to something else, right? So they could find some roadmap that they can agree on, and therefore or work with another project to create some value for the token holders. But that's not to say that it will happen, right? So and no punters or speculators or even investors should ever, bet on that. Pun intended. So to me, it's always about being prudent, and understanding that this is a meme coin, and there's a reason why it's called a meme coin, right? So if I'm a first-time investor, like what YC mentioned earlier, I would just stick to the larger cap coins like Ethereum or Bitcoin. That's it. And then if you want to move out to the so-called the riskier assets or coins, then your next tier will be your other L1s or L2s, right? Then perhaps you have a case for that. But anything beyond that, I would strictly try to avoid, because that's not my cup of tea. Yeah.
So Branson, to your point, you have the macro cap, the Bitcoin, Ethereum, then you go to the L1, L2s
Yeah.
coins
Yeah.
from a layer. Okay, gotcha. Understood.
Yeah.
So just on that, speaking on that thought process, right? So what is the relationship? Is there even a relationship between the meme coins and the mainstream cryptocurrencies? Is a meme coin there to kind of just detract from the legitimate utility of cryptocurrency? Do they complement in any way, or this is just there to make it fun? Sometimes it gets boring if Bitcoin does not move the price, right? It just stays there at 25,000, 26. Well, except for a couple of hours ago when there's obviously a pump. But what do you think is the relationship? Is there anything, right, that it does today? Maybe YC or Branson, Brandon. I mean, you guys thoughts about that?
What do you
Branson,
want?
you want to answer?
Oh, yeah, sure. So, I mean, is there any link? I would say right now, not that I can see. Uh, but of course, there are. Having said that, I think as an extension to what Ethereum can do, which is you have ERC20 on Ethereum, and then now what people are doing is that they are exploring with ERC20 on Bitcoin. So is there a link? Yeah, I suppose so, if you can call it a link. So therefore, people are just exploring with the idea that, oh, maybe I can, sort of recreate the ICO hype, back in 2017,
Mhm.
and therefore, strike it rich. So therefore, there's always this element of I guess fun and also testing out certain things, right, and see what sticks. Um, yeah, I think that's about it, right? And
That's a,
but
that's
there's yeah,
sorry to interrupt, Branson, but that's a very good point there, right? So I hear you when you say maybe these folks are the ones who are late on the ICO in 2017, and when there's new coins coming in 2022, 2023, well, this might be my ticket to become a millionaire when I enter early, and this could be
exactly.
a potential Dogecoin that I missed in 2021.
Exactly. I think that's about sums it up, right? Because you have missed the train, so to speak, and then now you know what? There's another train here. Let's get on board and try to strike it rich. Yeah, but you see, that's the thing, right? I think it's always a gamble, I would say, and you never know, right? So that's the thing, and the interesting thing about this is that I think a lot of people are banking on that, right? So they are thinking, okay, what if this Pepe coin is like Ethereum, right?
Yeah.
Um, so I guess, and we should also do a bit of research into what it can offer and things like that. Yeah,
Right, right. So in the stock market, right? So there's a time where those penny stocks they say are the ones that are being bought, right? And it's obviously driving a frothy market. Obviously, when those without utility are the ones that are on the top, it's potentially going to create a bubble, right? And hopefully, well, I've seen how market operates, even on the stock market when the index are not performing and you have the pennies. Right now in crypto, there's even an episode where your macros are not, picking up their price, but you have your Pepe, you have your iDoge, you have your quote unquote AI tokens that are wrapped within the meme coin categories, right? Do you think that if this continues, right, this will continue, right, as a trend, right? It kind of reincarnates every year. 2021, you have Dogecoin, right? You have 2022, you have your Shib Inu trying to become the previous Dogecoin. And then you have another Pepe this time. Do you think long term, could this spell a potential downturn or a cascading effect on the broader cryptocurrency? People lose their trust, people get scammed with meme coins, eventually kind of destroying the optics of crypto as a whole. Is that a potential today that you guys are seeing from a bigger picture? Maybe
I
YC you want to start? Yeah.
Yeah, I think meme coin sustainability and viability has been in a long time debate, right? And because I think many of them they would say that meme coins they lack fundamental value and are primarily driven by speculative type. So I think in order for meme coins to be sustainable, they need to input utility beyond the meme and beyond the community expect. Uh, so that they don't make themselves vulnerable to significant price corrections or even collapse. But then again, maybe we should also appreciate the meme coins in another way. the fun way. And that's like, it's just like, I feel that meme coins is just like, supporting my idol, my favorite singer, my favorite cartoon character. So like, how I like Naruto, so I want to buy his merchandise to support him. So but maybe in along that line, if they can input a little bit more utility into it. For example, is it like a meetup, a meetup with your favorite meme? So
Mhm.
you get something, or is it because the usage of the meme earns royalties? Examples like this. Instead of just going for community sentiment, and that makes it like very speculating lah. That's what I feel.
So as long as there's a use
Yep.
case, there's a utility, it can potentially be sustainable. Well, that's the first part, right? There could be utility for those that are using it. That can help. How about you, Branson?
Yeah, I think the way I see it is that the meme coins are actually sharpening a lot of focus onto the undue undue focus onto the speculative part, right? Because I think we are sort of getting a lot of institutional interest in the larger cap coins
Mhm.
like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and of course over the past 2 days we have seen larger institutions coming into this space with crypto license or applying for ETFs or whatever.
Mhm.
So I'm just curious, right, as to whether there's always this, the fun part, can it coexist with the more quote unquote serious coins? And it's unfortunate that sometimes the fun part can sort of lead to a lot of scams and people losing their entire life savings, and then therefore the it gives sort of the regulators a reason to come down harder on the industry, if not already, right? So hence I think that you obviously cannot stop anyone from issuing their own coins. But I think at the end of the day, it's also about the speculators and the investors. If you exercise prudence when it comes to some of these projects, I think they would be forced to actually play with the rules, or at least be more to have more disclosure as to what's going on with the roadmap. Yeah.
Does it add more comedy to the picture when you see a billionaire like Elon Musk racing a picture of a dog or a meme coin? Does that add to the unnecessary comedy and kind of hype? You know
No,
what I
it
mean?
does. I mean, I for one, I like the fact that Elon Musk actually changed his the Twitter logo to Doge, right? I'm not sure anyone's seen it. Um, I mean, life is about also enjoying, right? Not just about the serious stuff. But I think where we should not conflict or confuse between the two is putting serious money to behind meme coins, right?
Mhm.
Speculative, yes, but if you are trying to get rich through meme coins, I would urge to people to actually think twice. Yeah.
So what I'm hearing, Branson, is you know it's a potential, but you got to make sure there's the right position sizing or allocation that you can put there. You don't want to just put your entire money's wealth and your mom's money there, in a meme coin.
It's also about, yes, it's also position sizing, but also about the mindset, right? I mean, why are you putting such money there, right? If it's for fun and you're speculating and you know that you're speculating, that's fine, right? It's just like it's no different if I walk into a lottery shop and just buy some lottery, or hoping to be a millionaire. That's fine, right? $2 or $3, and or walk into a casino just for fun. The value of playing at the casino is for fun, right? Not to make money. Then that's fine. I think as long as people have the mindset, yeah, by all means, yeah.
Okay, so I gotta read this question from one of our viewers. Um, from Andrian SSST. Um, the community member asked, if I'm going to be investing or buying meme coins, how much is the minimum to have a meme token, and how long do we hold on to a meme token? I think those are two questions. How much is the minimum, and how long do we hold? Of course, not a financial advice here, guys. Yeah, but this is a question from and Andrea. Maybe who wants to take that question?
I don't think there's a minimum. So the minimum depends on the exchange. To does it mean buying the meme coins or minting the meme coins?
Buying. How
Buying.
is the minimum to have a meme coin token?
Oh, it really depends on the project itself because they have a minimum and a maximum supply. Yeah. And what's the next question?
How long do we hold on to the meme token?
Oh, we can't reply you. You need to do your own research. I had Dodge like since inception. I don't know how much it costs now. I just leave it there.
I
So
was about
like,
to ask you that question. Do you have any meme coins with you?
yeah, I have. So I have Dodge coins, and then I also bought Shiba Inu. So it's still there. Um, it's been a long time. So when it goes up, you would think that it may even go higher. And then
Mhm.
but then when it comes down, then okay, you just leave it there. So that's why, from my experience, I'm telling people that you have to invest within your own means, lah. So now it's there. I'll just take it that I'm appreciating the meme.
Nice. I remember to your point about Dogecoin, there was this hype 2021 of April. Elon Musk will be as a guest in Saturday Night Live. The price of Dogecoin back then was skyrocketing to almost zero point 0.7. People were saying it could go to $1. And everyone's like, oh, we got to buy this, we got to buy this. And then it just plummeted, right? It's almost a fraction of a cent right now, right? So, um, I have a follow up question here from another community member. Um, from Andika Rajasa. Are meme tokens worth saving for the future? I think this is somehow similar to what you're saying earlier, YC. But for you, just leave it there, right? Maybe you just bought $1,000 and you just leave it there because you're so rich. But is that something worth saving? Do we even save it, or is that even a saving from a definition perspective from a meme coin? For example, the community member did their research, right? They have done all of the whole 9 yards of research, and then again they have money that they inherited from their parents. I have $10,000, for example. Is that even worth buying and is saving and hoping it's going to be increasing in the future? What's your thought? I'm seeing Branson kind of just doing this. So what do you think?
The short answer is no. The long answer is no. I mean, to me, I mean, if you have savings and you have inheritance, by all means, to not touch this stuff. Not with a 10-foot pole. I mean, I will steer clear of them. In fact, you should you should even think twice about putting all into whatever asset class that you are looking at. Right? It's always about diversification, right? And if you are venturing into the crypto space, this is extremely volatile market, and therefore to even think of putting in money here, plus you're venturing all the way out to the riskiest kind of meme coins, I think it is unwise, and therefore I would not do that. Yeah.
Interesting. YC, I'm assuming you're saying the same, or you have a different opinion.
Uh, Maybe it's not about saving because it's not that we are pinpointing meme coins. All investments are the same. You have to diversify. Even in the financial, I mean, in the traditional financial instruments, your forex, your stocks, your bonds, nobody can say for sure. So I think always be sure to diversify your investments, just like what Branson had mentioned.
Can you guys give me a little bit of more idea when you say diversification? Give me a little bit more context about that. What does, in your opinion, Branson? What's diversification mean? 1%, 2%, 5%. Give me a little bit of second level deep dive on that.
Are you talking
Or
about
say,
meme coins?
yeah, I mean for your money, obviously you're putting bitcoins, but how much diversified would you be if you want to say add meme coins in your portfolio? How small could that be? Is that going to be 1%, 2%? Is that something you guys have thought of in the past, or what are your thoughts about that?
So I actually have done a simulation on this, but that was way before all these meme coins came out, like Pepe and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of the best mix, it's very close to 50% Bitcoin and 50% Ethereum. Very close. That is by far the best performing asset, sort of a basket of currencies. But and it's also, I would say, safer, right? But if you're talking about higher returns, then it would be about 30 to 40% Bitcoin, and then 20 to 25% Ethereum, and the rest of the 20 to 30% you would allocate to infrastructure coins like L1, L2, and potentially projects that have sort of a good team as well as a good roadmap, right? And then probably with a leftover of I don't know, 0.5%, 0.4%, then you can, again, this is not what I suggest, and not financial advice, is that perhaps you can start looking at some projects out there that may or may not survive, the next cycle. Yeah, so I would say, for me, that would be what I would be doing. Yeah.
How would you say that to someone that's, for example, during the time when Pepe is skyrocketing to almost 900%? The market capitalization went up to almost $3 billion. Mind you, it's a meme coin, right? And
Yeah.
just skyrocketed. Even the top 20 of all of the coins, right? And people were saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be really rich," right? There's even this news story about someone who just put their $200, now already a millionaire, right?
Yeah.
How would you kind of say that to someone who's seeing this? I mean, that's the reality, like 1,000%, right? Can they add more, right? Because obviously, to your point, you have the macro caps, sort of the index, if you will, of crypto. But again, you're seeing these kind of new digital commodity tokens that is giving you 1,000%. How are you going to
Sure.
convince them? Hey, you know what? Give them a fraction of a percent.
Yeah, I think it's about your time horizon, right? I think a lot of people are sort of caught up in this meme coin phenomenon because you want to get rich fast, right? There's no shortcut, right, to a lot of stuff, and if you are just chasing the latest trend and whatnot, I think then you're exposing yourself to undue risk, right? And that's not what you want to do, right? But if assuming that you have done all the research and you understand what you're getting yourself into, then I would say position sizing comes in next, right? And then you can actually speculate based on that. Yeah.
So
But
meaning you're
yeah,
saying, yeah, go ahead, finish your thoughts, Branson. Sorry.
sorry. No, I just want to say that there's always a beautiful story somewhere, right? There are people starting, coming up with a startup, and the next moment they are billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
But little do they know that you only see the good stories, you don't see the horror stories, right? 99% of or 95% of startups fail. The question is, do you see the 95 or do you just see the 5% or the 1%, right? And there's always somebody who strike it rich. The question is, what is the percentage of that? Yeah.
And unfortunately, those quick rich stories are the ones that gets highlighted, right?
Exactly.
And people forget
Exactly.
about the dark stories that were never shared, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's formed by those who invested their life savings, obviously, and go to the meme coin. Um, I would like to kind of give this to YC and maybe to the Zorix perspective, right? So, um, two things: one from the project side, and second maybe to the trade, to the user consumer side. Is there a potential, right? Or what are the factors to determine the success of a meme coins? I know you said utility, use case, right? But is there any other factor? So for example, Dogecoin is a meme coin. They're still there, right? You're still there. People are still using it as a potential way to make payments. Do we somehow see that meme coins are going to be here to stay? Maybe not all of them, but some of them can stay. But if they're going to stay, what are the things that you think will spell their success or failure, um, from an investor side and from a consumer side? Meaning, investor, the ones that are creating meme coins. What's your perspective about that? What can make them successful and what can make them fail? YC.
I think for meme coins, again, most of the seasoned investors, they will still look at the technology that you're using. Actually, not just meme coin, but any other coins that comes in. Beside utility, we will also look at the technology that you adopt. For meme coins itself, I think the success and failure all lies in within their community, nothing else. Yeah, and of course, to be a little bit more successful than others, actually, meme coins is just really about telling a story that the community would buy. And I realized that a lot of meme coins, maybe they come and then they go. Is it because they are not upkeeping their storytelling? Like, once the hype is over and then everything just like the show is off. So maybe they should really put in the sincerity to manage it. For example, like Floki, I see that in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, getting together as a community, supporting a meme coin, there's nothing wrong. But I think the story should goes on. So determination to continue the story is important. Yeah, and of course, with a robust technology. Lah.
I like that, right? Because I remember that, the someone told me the value of the token depends on the people who's buying it. Because intrinsically they have no value. I'm sure you guys agree. They have no value, but just so happened that there are three people, Miranda Miner, Branson Lee, YC, all agreed that the price of a meme token should be $1. Right? I mean, so to your point, it's the community that decides what is the appropriate price for the token. I like that, right? So it's the community who does it. But on the same breath, if there's just community but there's no utility and there's no sophisticated technology, it's just gonna be lip service and saliva, so to speak, right? And hoping it will be alive, without any purpose, then it becomes inflationary. People are getting rewarded just because, oh, buy this token, you'll get more tokens. Without knowing, it gets inflationary, the value diminishes, right? So Branson, YC said that she has some Doge. I'd like to kind of ask you, do you have some meme coins as well?
Actually, I don't. I don't. Yeah, I'm a very conservative person, so I stick to Bitcoin, Ethereum. That's it. Oh, I have other L1 coins. Yeah, but that's about it. Yeah.
So you're a very interesting profile, right? Because you guys represent two different communities. One that's buying it already, and one that has not even bought it. So if I'm going to be asking you, Branson, what can make you put your one foot to the door of meme coins? What can make you buy a little bit of one, even one Pepe? What can make you buy it for someone as conservative as you, or you would not really even bother at all?
I mean, there's always a case for something, right? I think if I were to put money into, let's say, meme coin, I would observe the trend first, and understand whether it has gone up, I don't know, for X number of days or by how many percent, and then wondering whether am I still early or am I not early, right? I think that's the other thing, right? Because there's nothing else in terms of valuation or even utility value. Therefore, the only sort of metric that you can use is basically how early are you, right? If you're early, then I would say your your chances of striking it is higher. But if you are, let's say the meme coin has gone on at I don't know, has come off for like I don't know 2 months and it has pumped like 20,000%, then you know you're not early. Then you should start to question yourself: do you still want to do this, right? It's always about that, right? Whether you're early enough. Yeah.
Branson will buy my rich papa.
you gotta sell Branson your meme coin.
Yeah. Actually, meme coin can have very simple and innocent utility. No, maybe not utility, but purpose to it. For example, like maybe this meme coin meow is doing charity for the animal shelters, or maybe study hard meme coin donates monies to the poverty more poorer countries or places to support education. I think I haven't seen a meme coin doing purpose, with a purpose. So now the purpose is get together, let's have fun and laugh. So maybe if they can add some purpose, or even if brands like Nike, Adidas, can they launch meme coins? Yes, they can.
Hmm.
They can even launch meme coin in every collection of their, in their every collection. So I think I need to say this is that not just meme coin, but if the whole blockchain wants to stay on, then we really need to know how to bridge across Web 2 to Web 3 and adopt its purpose, have purpose. And, everyone talking about utility, but how many utility can you think of? So, have purpose in it, lah, I think.
So may have a purpose, but make it fun, simple, and community can just easily adapt to it and just connect to it.
Yeah,
Because if they can relate to the purpose, then that's a potential sale out there,
right.
right? From a community perspective, yeah. All right. So obviously we're nearing top of the hour. Awesome topics. I learned a lot, Branson and YC. I like the things you've mentioned about, Branson spoke about the potential, percentages of split between Bitcoin, Ethereum, L1, L2. I really like that. I've learned about it. I also like what you said about there's always a pretty story somewhere, kind of stuck on me, right? Because we want to be able to kind of look into just not just the good side of it, but obviously the what are the horror stories. And then to your point, YC, I like what you said about community, right? Purpose. Everyone can just create a purpose for a particular coin, and potentially even good brands, big brands can have their own and then launch their own, meme token. So we are on the situation where the question remains the rise of meme coins, a new era of digital comedy. Let me ask you this final question, and you could also even give your wrap up. I mean, your final words to our community as we kind of wrap it up. The rise of meme tokens, it's going to be here to stay. What's your advice to our community? Maybe talk about meme coins in your experience, and what's going to be your takeaway for those. We have a lot of viewers today, 1,400 viewers today in YouTube. Congratulations! But of course, please don't forget to follow Zorix in their social media channels, guys. So as we kind of go along, I would like to ask this question, a closing question to our awesome guests for today. Rise of meme coins. They're going to be here to stay. Whether we like it or not, there's going to be a new meme coin tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. It's going to be here to stay. Someone has thought of a new meme token. What's going to be the best thing to do for traders, investors like us watching today that you could give from your experience? YC?
I think is a summary of what I've said above. Let's have fun and invest within your own means. And I hope that meme coins can start having purposes. Um, Even like a series of cartoons, video animations would be nice. Yeah. So I think they will stay. They will stay because there will still be community who adores them. There will be projects who can who can speak of nice stories, and we all love memes, right? So on both sides, I think that in conclusion, the project should find a purpose in whatever they launch, and then the community always invest within your own means, and don't take it. Never, not just meme coins, even Bitcoin, Ethereum, even like stocks, forex. Remember, you don't buy them because you want to get rich. Yeah.
That's a good point. Before I move it to the Branson, YC, can you invite them to follow you guys in Zorix and tell us what Zorix is all about? What does Zorix Exchange do today, please?
Zorix exists because we want to fill the gaps of compliance in the crypto space. Okay, I know everyone say I'm compliant. Okay, but Zorix fill the gaps of compliance with integrity. So our product is we focus on two things. Our exchange, we focus on being compliant with integrity and a user-centric approach, which is uh, and providing convenience, and we have a rewards zone coming up in September. So convenience as in like you can withdraw and deposit with your fiat, also coming up in September. So our official launch will be in September. So what you see now is like we're on the way. Yeah. And of course, last but not least, we also have our blog bash by Zorix. We are going to Philippines to meet coach in person. So hopefully you all can sign up. Yeah, and to stay tuned to us, you can follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere. We only have one ID, and that's Zorix, Zorix, and then change, Change. Yeah, and then so of course I would like to take this opportunity to thanks Coach. I think this is a wonderful show. We should have more. And
Thank
then
you.
thanks Branson. Really is an honor to have Singapore Blockchain Association with us. And then I think Branson somehow contradict the topic. And so like there's another perspective towards meme coins. I love it. I think this is one of the good show that I've attended to lah.
Right, and it's good that someone is sharing a different lens, right?
Yes.
From the idea. Sorry, Branson, I hate to kind of stick with the YC for now. There's a follow up question on the ground. Is Zorix going to offer staking? And do you already have an idea on how much is the trading fee in Zorix Exchange, YC?
Oh, okay. Before I answer your question, I realized I forgot to promote something very
Go ahead.
important.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Zorix is currently licensed in Slovakia and Lithuania to operate a crypto exchange and to operate a digital wallet, and we are pursuing more. That is one of our sincerity in being compliant. So yeah, we are sticking to regulations, and if regulations allow, we might introduce staking in Q4.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Currently, one more thing to clap about is currently Zorix is 0% trading fees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, until further notice.
0%. I gotta go there now.
You mean you haven't?
No, I have, of course.
Okay.
All right, guys, 0%. You could only count in your hands who offers that today, and one of them is Zorix Exchange. So go ahead and sign up. And before I go, as I've said with Branson, guys, a lot of you are commenting hashtag Zorix Exchange. I like it. Well done. How do you get an airdrop? Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to announce the winner of a lot of airdrops from Zorix after the show, right? We're going to review. But aside from typing hashtag Zorix Live, Zorix Exchange, please click on subscribe. Thank you so much. All right, let's now go to the man of the hour. Branson, same question to you, sir. Meme coin, Age of Digital Comedy. It's going to be here to stay. Tomorrow's going to be another meme coin, right? What's going to be your advice to our community?
Yeah, I think it's the same as pretty much the same as what YC just mentioned. I think it's here to stay. Like it or not, there's always something for for someone, and therefore, it may not be Pepe tomorrow, but there'll be something else, right? So prudence is the most important thing that I would tell speculators or investors, and caveat emptor, right? Just be careful and know what you're getting yourself into. But yeah, then in the meantime, have fun.
Sounds good. And from the word having fun, I also really did have fun together with these awesome individuals. YC, the Chief Marketing Officer of Zorix, and of course, Branson, an executive member of the Singapore Blockchain Association. My name is Coach Miranda Miner. I'm the CEO of Global Miranda Miner Group in the Philippines, where I'm very passionate in education. And I hope that you have all learned about, our insights and perspectives about, meme coin. Obviously, we are in the new era of digital comedy. If you would like, of course, to learn more about the updates and the future updates about Zorix, like what YC mentioned, please follow Zorix Exchange in their social media channels, in Twitter, in LinkedIn, in YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, I would like to announce that there is an upcoming Shinobi campaign from Zorix. Wherein Zorix is actually looking for KOLs, influencers like myself. If you would like to become part of the Zorix team, in the link description box below, there's actually a link on how you can apply and become part of the Zorix community. It's awesome here, trust me. I can already say it, right? And again, I would like to thank each and every one of you to being part of our very educational show together with these awesome individuals, sponsored by Zorix Exchange. With that said, I love you 3000, Kamiranda, and the Zorix community. Thank you, YC and Branson. And I wish you guys good night and awesome names of your meme tokens. I wish you guys all the best. Bye.